bring it to you. Every time we turn live, man, you know it's the truth. Every after show, move it down. This the time to move around. No Gimmicks podcast is going down. Every night, every time in the ring. This is the time for no gimmicks. No, we doing our thing. What's your state of mind? State divine. Moving down a statement when we take the line. This is exactly wrestling the state design. When you see Stone Cold like me, with the stunner in the world, exactly, man, what we bring. Every night we move like Brock Lesnar, the F5, no gimmicks. We take you to your limit. What's the feeling? When we live in the air, you know we on. This the time. Guarantee we move. You know how we respond. The state design. The state design when we feel it.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the No Gimmicks podcast here on the DFPN for you patrons. This is a double dose. I was on this morning giving you guys a history lesson, and now we're on tonight with episode 77 live with my co-host tonight, the fabulous one, Frankie D. What's up, man?
Oh, nothing's up, brother. I'm just sitting back here. I'm drinking Acolyte tears.
Ooh, wow. Is that the time we're on tonight?
Oh, I'm on, bro. I'm there. The dark side is flowing through me.
Oh. All right. I see you. Sounds like someone's happy.
I'm. It is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
It is what it is.
Hit the drawing board, draw something better, come back out. All will be well.
Exactly. We'll support you.
Oh man,
yeah. No, I'm gonna go let you go do your spill. You know, let's go ahead and chill, and then I'm gonna get down to business right quick.
I ain't chilling shit. Go
ahead and go and get our sponsors out the way. Go ahead and chill. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you listen to the sound of our voices, people, you want to join us live. thatfeeling.patreon.com. Here's the link. Go to it. That Feeling Podcast. Search us up. Or patreon.com/That Feeling Podcast. $3 get you into the door. Also, follow DFPN.com. There was an update made to the website today. We added a couple of new things in there. There's a tab coming out. And I want you guys to know that we are trying to legitimize the DFPN.com or the DFPN as a whole. We're trying to legitimize us as a media outlet. So we have added opportunities for people who like to write articles and reviews. If you're interested in that, hit us up. But we are going to start going to that avenue, getting our foot in the door that way. And bringing some eyes on the DFPN.com. Also, all of our podcasts have been updated. So just do us a favor. Go to DFPN.com. Check out the site. Let us know what you think. Frank D, the floor is yours. Go ahead.
Yeah, but while doing that, now I know there are some people out there that, like to go and steal people's shit. So let's make sure that, you can go over there and check out the website, but let's make sure you're not going over there stealing ideas and all that. We don't want to have that, go out there, you don't want that kind of thing, and, don't come asking for help. So,
Oh, shit. I love it. We're starting off shooting from the hip, people.
That's right. That's a shoot. Now,
go ahead.
Now, let me say this real quick. Okay.
Go ahead.
The deal is this. Yes, people, The Acolyte has been canceled. Okay. Now, am I happy to report this? You're fucking right. I'm happy to report this. Yeah, I'm happy to report this. Okay. I don't give a damn what anybody out there has to say. This was a complete shit show put on by Lucasfilm. All you so-called real fans, your so-called Uber fans out there that love everything, whatever, you should have watched. You should invest into the product like Frank D does. Frank D has a fucking $300 7-foot Darth Vader up here. I got merchandise behind me right here. I got a goddamn Darth Vader fucking robot right now. Frank D is highly invested into the project. I have
What the
three
fuck is
fucking
going
Vader.
on right
I
now?
got 3 fucking Vader costumes. I got a fucking Kylo Ren I'm building right now. I'm invested into the Star Wars. So don't ever fucking tell me or anybody else that we're not real fans because we didn't like this shit show. Okay? That's my whole fucking point. The bottom line is this: if your jabronis out there, if your shills out there, if your marks out there would have watched the motherfucker, then it would have got it renewed. Bottom line. That's where it goes. Okay? Period. But all I hear is all the crying on social media. Oh my God, they're not going to renew it. Oh no, we won't see them ship. Oh my God, they're so cute together. No one gives a fuck.
What the fuck? What is going on right now?
No one gives a fuck. You know what's going on right now? You know
What
what's
is
going on? I'll tell you what's going on right now. I am so sick and tired of the pussification of America. The pussification of people in society today. I see it all the time. I grew up in the era of attitude, where we said whatever the fuck we want. We did whatever the fuck we want. There was no political correctness. We told political correctness to fuck off, is what we said. But now you open your mouth, you open your fucking mouth, and everybody has something to say about, well, I'm offended by this, I'm offended by the acolyte. I'm offended by that. I'm offended by bad fucking writing. I'm offended by shit that doesn't make sense. That's what I'm offended by. If this goddamn show would have been written better, if you had came out there and attacked the fan base, then maybe the show would have been successful. But all I see now is renew the acolyte. Oh my God, they didn't renew the acolyte. Oh my God. Once again, it's called Disney is a business, and there was no justification in spending another $200 million fucking dollars for this bullshit. No justification. Now, you and I were talking offline, and people were like, oh, well, there's never been an original story. It was original. We haven't had that. We had that with The Mandalorian. And you know what? Everybody loved Mando. Everybody loved Grogu until Grogu wasn't cute anymore. And he sits on the shelf at Ollie's now. Discounted. So I say that to say this. Mr. Iger, Mr. Master Iger, see, he's pissed off about Star Wars right now. He don't like where it's at. He wants to make money with Star Wars. So we got to kind of clean it up over there like we did Marvel. And that's what the fuck is happening. So we will see if Miss Kennedy will get her win one day. Maybe she will. Maybe the Mandalorian and Grogu will be her win. But we'll see. But other than that, yeah, I'm happy the goddamn show got canceled. I want to see some more of that discourse. I want to see all of it.
I would be very, very surprised if things change for Star Wars. Very. And we talked before the show. And here's my point of view on it, on all of it. The Star Wars franchise has been damaged so bad. It's been damaged so bad that after this show, like it's hard for me to look at the Star Wars franchise and go, if they get back to the roots, it's gonna be okay. Right? If they just do what they did before, it's going to be okay. Because even if you do that, bro, the damage to this franchise has been done. It's been done. So anything else you put out there, and I want to make this very clear, that I'm not for one side and I'm not for another one. I'm simply going to state what I see. It is an atmosphere of spite that has been created. I can see anything else coming after this being hated on for no earthly reason than to fucking hate on it. Because that's where the franchise is. No matter what you create, someone's gonna hate on it.
That's
And when I say the
everywhere.
roots, Mac, I mean the original shit, like Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, that shit. If you get back to the roots of that, if you go back into that story, and you try to bring it back there, like that's where the money is. That's where the popularity is. It's in the original shit. So if you try to get back there, there's now an atmosphere like people are going to hate this shit for any other reason than it's good. People will hate this shit, and that's sad. It's sad that that's where it is right now. It really is. Looking at it from how I'm looking at it.
You know, you're right to a certain degree. Do I get great pleasure up here to talk about this as if it's like, no, I don't. I do not, because I was one of the people when they first announced the Acolyte was excited about the Acolyte because, like, wow, finally a story about the Sith. We haven't gotten that before. So we kind of started looking around like, okay, which Sith are they going to go with? Are they going to tell the story of the Rule of Two with Darth Bane? Or were they going to go Darth Revan? Where were they going to go? There were so many things you could go there. We didn't get that. I don't know what the fuck this was. I don't know what it was. If they would have done a story, what it would have just been about Soul and Chimere. Maybe Master Padawan went to the dark side. You can maybe put Plagueis in there somewhere if you want to. That would have worked out fine. You would have had a lot of tissue there, but you could have done a lot of shit there with that, right? They went with this twin bullshit, and then they try to make this twin bullshit bigger than the Chosen One. No, it's no automatic rejection there because guess what? Whether people want to admit it or not, Star Wars is the Skywalker story. It is Luke Skywalker. It is Anakin Vader. That's the story. You build off of that. The sequel trilogy, for instance, George Lucas' sequel trilogy, before he sold the company to Disney, had a whole different sequel trilogy in mind than what we got. And it was the continuation of Luke Skywalker rebuilding the Jedi Order. That's what it was supposed to be. We didn't get that. They took George's fucking manuscripts and locked them up in the vault. Never to be used. And you got what we got. So, I guess I'm going to say this like this, put it into perspective. The downfall of Star Wars, and there's always been a level of toxicity in Star Wars, going all the way back to the original trilogy. It wasn't all roses. It was not. If anybody come out and say that it was, you're full of shit, because it was not. There was divisiveness with The Empire Strikes Back. There was divisiveness when it came to the Return of the Jedi. That followed into the Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and then the Revenge of the Sith, which Revenge of the Sith was well liked, okay? But the moment George sold the company to Disney is when it all fell apart. Because they did not follow George's vision. George said earlier this year, the new owners over there, talking about Disney, they don't understand the way Star Wars works. They don't understand the way the Force works. They don't understand anything. So that's a complete indictment to Dave Filoni. Because Filoni was supposed to be the supposed apprentice of George Lucas. You ain't apprenticing shit. Because it's falling off that bad. There is nothing here. You're correct. There is nothing that can save the franchise at this point. The ratings show that. Maybe we'll get back into some normalcy. You know, I'm open to the Skeleton Crew. I know a lot of people are ragging on that, but I'm open to the Skeleton Crew because I want to see what they do. I want to see what they can do with this show here that's going to remind me of, you know, the old Amblin, you know, E.T. shit back in the day. I want to see what they do with this and how that connects to the broader universe of Ahsoka and the Mandalorian and all this different shit. Because supposedly all these things connect is what I'm getting at. So I want to see how they develop that story. Then you have Andor season 2 coming, right? Okay, Andor season 2 is going to take you right in. And Diego Luna, who is who plays Cassian Andor, says basically that season 2 is going to be better than season 1. And he would hope that when season 2 comes out, that they would release Rogue One in the theaters. So you can watch season 1, watch season 2, and then go watch Rogue One, and you will have a different perspective of Rogue One after you watch season 2. I'm excited about that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't necessarily agree with the Star Wars saga because, like, being the Star Wars story, because there are periods in Star Wars that you can go to and you can make stories off of that are outside of that saga.
You can go Skywalker?
Yeah. You can go to the Knights of the Old Republic and make something out of it and make a great story out of the Knights of the Old Republic. But
why haven't they done that?
For me, I don't know why they haven't done it. But I think if they were to visit that, if they were to make a story out of it, I'm not confident that it'll do well.
See, that's the thing, though. When that's what I'm referring to with the Acolyte. We all thought that it was supposed to be about the Old Republic. We all thought that that's what they're going to go with. And they didn't. They chose the High Republic, which is something that the Disney came up with that shit. It's not very popular. The books don't sell. Nobody reads the books. They took that era, and that's what they wanted to put on the show. When the
High Republic, the High Republic, from what I understand, is important to what comes after it. From what I understand.
Okay, but
I'm just not sure the story that they told necessarily lines up with that. Like I said, with this series, I had questions. I won't have answers because we're not getting to season 2. Yeah, I did have questions, but that was just me watching. Again, I think you could go to some of these other periods outside of the Star Wars saga. I mean, the Skywalker saga, and tell good stories out of them. I'm not sure how they'll be received, and again, I'm not sure how even if you go back to the Star Wars, I keep saying that the Skywalker saga, I'm not sure how people will receive that. Like, and that's just based off like the Acolyte kind of brought out a lot of feelings on both sides.
So what was done here basically with this show? What was done is Leslie Hedman did a good job of taking the focus off of Rian Johnson in the sequel trilogy is what she did. Because there's never been a most divisive property in Star Wars than this show.
This is correct.
We have not seen that since The Last Jedi. Okay. You made a point there a minute ago saying, well, about the Skywalkers, right? Well, the thing about the Skywalkers is that they destroyed Luke. They completely killed off Luke Skywalker in that whole thing. So he's been destroyed. So how do you revamp him? You got to take it back to do something else with the characters. Reintroduce them in the Mandoverse. And that's what they're going to do. That's what Jon Favreau wants to do because Jon Favreau wants to make money. Jon Favreau wants his movie to be successful. So we go that route. But at the same time, it's like we have this little problem here. Can we get past the Skywalkers? Absolutely you can. You can do that. But you got to rebuild the audience. What does it say?
So Star Wars should just follow the Skywalker lineage.
Isn't that what they're doing? Is that what episode they said this? Listen, Rise of Skywalker, right? Was supposed to be the end. Isn't that what they posted? The end of the Skywalker saga. It comes to an end, right? Why is episode 10 called episode 10? Because it's a continuation of the Skywalker saga. Rey Skywalker. Remember? Mm-hmm. So it's not necessarily the fans that can't move on from this. This is Kathleen Kennedy who says, we're going to bring back Rey Skywalker. Episode 10, New Jedi Order. She's going to continue what Luke started. That's kind of what it is. All right? So, but hey, carry the show for a second. I got to make a phone call. I just got an important call. I'll be right back.
No problem. So, while we move on, let us know your thoughts. But we're going to move into the realm of the wrestling. Now, over this past weekend, did have an event, the Fanatics event that was pretty successful. One such thing that happened was WWE, and a lot of storyline stuff came out of it. It was reported over the weekend that WWE also had the highest sales of anybody in Fanatics. A lot of good things going on, but WWE was the hot ticket. A lot of appearances. CM Punk was there. Drew McIntyre was there. And Drew McIntyre did a cosplay as CM Punk. And you saw me post video up on the No Gimmicks podcast fan group. CM Punk, music hit. Drew McIntyre walks out, says "fuck CM Punk."
Yeah, hey, I was gonna ask about that. One thing real quick. Never fucking call me on my day off. But anyways,
I dig it.
Yeah. So anyways, no, I saw that, and I'm like, since when are they allowed to do this? Is that kind of telling you what we're gonna see in January when it comes to Netflix?
Right. I liked it. I'm not gonna bullshit you.
I thought it was badass.
I liked it. I thought
it was badass.
Is this what we're doing? Is this
I thought it was some G shit, like for real. Like that was cool. I enjoyed that. And that's using profanity to tell a story.
Yeah.
Because it's all leading to, it ain't just somebody out there saying, "Oh, fuck this," or "Fuck you, Star Wars," some shit like that, or some fucking old Star Wars fan on this fucking line, "Get off my fucking lawn," shit like that. It's basically fuck CM Punk. That was great. We need to see more of that shit. You know what I mean? So I think maybe, and that's the precursor. Remember when The Rock was on there and The Rock did that whole thing with Cody, and he was like, "This is what happens when you fuck with the final boss."
Yeah, on live TV.
Yes, and it's like, whoa. So I think it's kind of like giving you kind of like a preview of what's to come.
Right.
You know what I mean? I enjoy it. I think it's great, man.
I loved it. Actually, I loved it. And I was like, if that's what you're gonna do, then just go for it. Go for it. So let me ask you another thing too, because this got announced this past weekend as well.
Right.
So AEW is doing Wrestle Dream in Orlando in December.
Why does that sound like a wet dream?
So they're doing Wrestle Dream. And during that same night, in the same city, WWE announced a live event. Is it petty or is it being competitive?
Damn. We actually talked about this.
We did.
Yeah. I honestly think that it's petty. It's petty. It's typical WWE. I mean, it's what they do. I mean, yeah, they don't consider them competition, but they compete with everything.
Oh yeah,
but I think like from a goodwill standpoint, why would you do that? You know what I mean? Like, you could pick it's so different than back in the day. Vince McMahon would say, "Well, Ted Turner, you own networks. Why would you put your show on directly against us?" Well, that's the case because you want to hurt us.
Right.
I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So it's petty as fuck. It's very petty. But fuck yeah. I would do it too. I would do it too. I would do it too simply because it's so much shit talking has gone basically kind of one way, and it's been the AEW way towards WWE, and WWE kind of responds sometimes. They respond subliminally, but but they don't come right at them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like now it's like, okay, now you're gonna get spanked. That's what's about that.
You know what, and at first I'm thinking like it's petty, and I like it. No bullshit. Case in point, DFPN, right? We're a podcast network. Are we really at competition with anybody?
No, people just steal from us.
Fair enough. So if we see somebody with a show and we have a show of that type and they're running at the same time and, we the shit, should we really put our show on at the same time as these other people?
You have to grab your competition by the throat and squeeze the life out of your competition.
But no, I mean, like in goodwill, you know what I mean? They just trying to do they.
Does anybody have goodwill towards us though? I mean, honestly, dude, like, do they have goodwill towards us when motherfuckers be like, I'm too busy? I don't know. Let's use an example. I'm doing my hair and I can't podcast. Is that really showing goodwill?
Nah.
All right then. So
nah, not at all.
No, I would squeeze the life out of my competition. I would put on the best damn podcast I could to squeeze the life out of them.
I don't know. Just, do a show 5 days a fucking week. I don't know. Something like that.
I mean, yeah, do a show 5 days a fucking week. Actually, be creative about it and not come in and say, can I get help here?
Shit.
Damn, I'm almost out of my acolyte tears.
Damn, sucks. But what I'm saying is, like, I get it. Sometimes you just got to pop up and show.
Look, we've had this for years though. When it comes to this, I think I was mentioning it a minute ago.
True.
Back in the day, like I said, Vince had that problem with Turner. Vince was trying to stop Nitro before it got started because he said it was unfair to them. It was unfair competition because we have our show on Mondays. It could possibly divide the audience, right?
Right.
Who gives a fuck? Vince, you did it for years. You did it to Jim Crockett Promotions. You listen, people, history lesson here. History lesson. You got fucking WrestleMania 4 going head-to-head against the first Clash of Champions. Why did that happen? Because Vince was fucking with Jim Crockett Promotions. Ted Turner got involved. So that's why I said, we're going to give Ted Turner said, put the wrestling on, compete right at Vince with WrestleMania 4. That's what happened.
Yeah.
They did it. And that made Sting that night in Greensboro.
Very
Ric Flair
much,
versus Sting.
very much.
Fucking one of the best matches I've ever seen, dude. That's what made them that night. That put Sting on the map, made Sting a fucking star. But that's because of the unfair shit that was happening by the World Wrestling Federation. That's what they were doing. The worldwide leader in sports entertainment. They were fucking everybody else. So then when they got clapped back in them, if you have your own networks, why would you put a show directly against us? Well, that's just it. They were trying to hurt us. And they hurt us. It got to the point where we couldn't even afford water at Titan Towers. That's how bad it got.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how bad it is. So when it comes to AEW, this is what I want to see happen. I want this to be a real competition. I want WWE to promote the fuck out of this. And the way to get them, if you really want to get them, if you really want to hurt them, you want to squeeze them and take them out. This is what you do. You take Roman Reigns, and you take Cody, and you put them in there against the bloodline. That's what you do.
Matches will be important. That's going to be important.
What are you going to fucking compete with that against, bro? Seriously.
You can't.
Come on. And this is no knock against AEW at all. I wish them all success in the role. But how are you going to compete with that when the 800-pound gorilla is going to be right there next to you on the same fucking night?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like this. If you're a casual fan, right, and you got the chance to go to AEW, what is it? What is it? Wet Dream? What is it?
Wrestle Dream.
Okay, gotcha. If you can go to that, or you can go to see WWE, and there's possibility on this card, you got Roman Reigns, you got CM Punk, you got Cody, you got the Bloodline, you got the Usos. Where are you going to go?
I'm going to go to the WWE.
Of course you are. And that's not knocking. That ain't knocking AEW. No. It's just, this is what's going on over here. And I want to go see the
hot ticket right now is WWE.
Yes. Absolutely. That is the whole point, bro. Like that's what
the
I'm
hot
getting here.
take.
And it's not knocking AEW at all. It's just
No.
that's what it is because they have nothing right now compelling enough that's going to be able to compete with that. And I think they're going. I think, like I said before, this is some sabotage, fucking petty ass shit, and I'm all for it. I'm all for the bullshit. This is great. I'm all for it. And any podcast out there that wants to come compete with us head to head, you let me know. Yeah, exactly. I trust me. I'll be cool. I ain't gonna be washing my hair.
Got ready for this shit. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Speaking of AEW, they are bringing their signature event, All In's this weekend. They announced that they're bringing All In 2025 to Arlington.
Correct. Yes.
That was, I don't know about everybody everywhere else, but here, a lot of people got excited for that shit. There was a lot of excitement.
Listen, people don't understand unless you live here in the great state of Texas. Okay. I don't know what's so great about it, but if you live here in Texas, they have no idea how big professional wrestling is here. The lineage of professional wrestling is going all the way back to the Fanatics and going all the way to Houston wrestling and fucking right here in San Antonio, Southwest Championship Wrestling with Jose Lothario. That's how big the wrestling business here in Texas is. So for AEW to venture out and do something that they haven't done before, which is kind of when it conquered Texas, it's a big step for them, and I hope they succeed in doing that. I hope that they can at least put about 10,000 people in that stadium.
You know what? I'm gonna give a guess. I think they can do about 40.
Maybe. And the way to do that is this. I'd say 10,000. I was being facetious. I was bullshit. But here's the thing: they could do 40 to 50,000 people, but the way to do that is put the tickets at an affordable rate that people actually can afford it.
True.
Because the economy is shit right now under Bidenomics. Yes. So the economy is crap. So if you make it affordable for people to go, people will turn out. That's just it. You make something affordable, people will show the fuck up. Isn't it crazy how the economy works? If you make something affordable, people will buy the shit. So you do that, AEW, you will get 40, 50,000 people in there, and they'll have a good time because Texans love wrestling. I know that for a fact. I've been to several shows already. They love wrestling. When every time I went to AEW, except the last time I went to AEW was back in December of 22, I believe it was. Yeah, I did not have a good time. It showed me right there how far AEW had fallen off with the show they did. I didn't have a good time with that show. Maybe when they come back, I might go. I don't know, but it's just I know you had a good time at the residency you went to, and that's good for you guys up there in Tornado Alley that you get to have all these shows come your way.
Yeah, no, all 5 weeks of that residency was great. And you mentioned the Von Erichs. And the thing I liked about it here is they featured a lot of local talent.
Yeah,
a lot of the No Gimmicks people that we interviewed here on. Were at these shows and they were in these matches. I love that. And then you had the Von Erichs. They started the Von Erichs and the Rhodes thing. Then you got the debut of the Rose Boys, the New Texas Outlaws. Like, there's a lot of good shit that came out of it.
The only problem I had with the New Texas Outlaws was this.
What's that?
I did not like the presentation. Why are you wearing blue?
It's Cody's original gear.
Oh, is that what it was?
That's what it was, yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't like blue, number one. All right. That's obvious. Obvious reasons why I don't like blue. No, number two, it just, I don't know. It just, that shit comes off kind of jobberish to me. I don't like that. That just screams enhancement talent to me. If they wanted to be true to the Texas Outlaws, they should wear black.
I think so, but right now they're I think what's gonna happen, because they have the Von Erichs there, is they're gonna feud with the Von Erichs. It's there. The story's there. So I do like that both of them fucking move like Cody. That shit was, one of them actually looks like Cody. I was like, this shit.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not, because then you have Tony Khan there. I'm still mad at Cody. I
Hey,
look at him and I see Cody.
You let him wrestle.
Yeah, well, I look at him and I see Cody. But I'm glad. But I'm glad to hear that they have got an opportunity. I'm glad the Fanatics have got an opportunity to do what they're doing over there.
Mm-hmm.
I would actually love to see a faction, if possible, between these 4 guys. If that's possible to ever happen, that would be kind of cool. That is where, if Arn Anderson had still been there, they could have did the 4 Horsemen.
Yep, they damn well could have. Damn well could have.
But we see where Arn is at now.
Yep.
So, whatever. But I wish AEW I wish them all the success. I hope that they're able to pull it off. I hope that they have a very good all-in. All-in is this weekend, right?
Yes.
So I hope they have a very successful all-in in Wembley. Hope it's better than last year's show. Attendance-wise, it won't stack up there, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be hot when they go over there. A hot crowd. They're going to deliver.
Dynamite was hot tonight.
They're going to deliver with the matches. I know that. And hopefully they can use this as a resetting for them, a reboot for them, and continue to strive on to be successful. That's what I'm telling you. And I'm not bullshitting here. I'm not coming out here, doing a shtick or whatever. I'm being serious. I hope that they are able to be successful. The talent that they showed off in the residency here in Texas, all the local talent here, that's the future of the business right there. Those are the superstars of tomorrow. So I'm glad that they're getting the opportunity to appear in front of a live audience, go out there and learn the craft. You got Dustin Rhodes there, who's training these people. You got, Billy Gunn back there as well, backstage, that's helping out with talent. You got a lot of tools over there that you can be utilizing, and I'm glad they're finally getting to utilize them. And I'd love to see the Von Erichs and the Rhodes do something on there. That would be awesome, dude. And they could probably do something like that. That could be the new Freebirds versus Von Erichs if done correctly.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because when they came out, I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
You have something here. Like, you really do have something. I hope they push down that road. I really do. So,
yeah, I'm down for it.
Yeah.
But WWE should stop being so petty.
Most definitely.
Even though I'm down with it, stop being so petty.
It's hard to be mad at that shit though, bro.
No, it's literally competition.
Yep. It's hard.
That's what you do. It's fucking competition. That's what you do. It's competition, man. And that's what you do in competition.
Yeah.
You squeeze your competition by the throat, and you got it, and that's what it is. You grab my throat, you got to squeeze your life out of them. That's what Vince said, just like I did to WCW. Well, Vince, you didn't really do it. Turner did it from within.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So it's petty as fuck, bro. But it's no different than, like I said before. People, I can't podcast, and I gotta wash my hair. Oh, I'm not gonna read messages. Whatever. Shit like that.
Shit like that.
It is what it is.
Yep. Speaking of Tony Khan, though, so I was watching Dynamite tonight, and I connected a couple of dots.
That's it.
Tony Khan went on a podcast earlier today.
Bust it open?
Huh?
Bust it open?
Hell no, he ain't going to bust it open.
Why is that, by the way?
Because of Bully Ray.
Well, what's wrong with Bully Ray?
Oh, bro, he be torching. He be cooking Tony.
You mean telling him? You mean giving him criticisms?
Yeah.
Oh, is it like the same criticism that us, real Star Wars fans would say about the Acolyte, the real criticism? Kind of like that, but people don't want to hear it, so we get listed as, phobes and racists and all that kind of bullshit because they don't want to hear the criticism of a show and they think, we're going after because of this, because of that. But go ahead.
Actually, Bully I will say this about Bully Ray. He's an asshole, but
he's a good asshole.
Yes. He is the guy that you want because he will tell you the fucking truth. Whether you get mad at it, don't like him for it, that's on you. But what he's telling you is the absolute truth. That I've learned about him.
Yeah.
You learn to appreciate how he gives you what he gives you. You learn to appreciate it. With that being said, anytime they do some shit he doesn't like, he points it out. And
what's wrong with that?
Right. Every single time. When they do shit right, he gives them the good shit. When they do shit wrong, he lets them have it. It's fair. It's fair. And absolutely. I will say this about Bully. He's fair all the time. And it's not just with AEW. He does this shit with WWE too. When WWE fucks up, he lets them know. He points it out. He is one of the few that is like that all around. He doesn't change. He's one of the few. That being said, he cooks Tony and he invites Tony to come debate him so he can cook him. He prays for the day that Tony goes to Busted Open. And Tony used to go on Busted Open. He doesn't anymore.
Right.
He doesn't anymore. So that's why. Because Bully cooks him.
Because he can't take criticism.
True.
Remember earlier when I was talking about the pussification of America? You can't take criticism. You can't take criticism. It's kind of like what's going on right now, okay? Political wise. You can't take criticism. All of a sudden now, all of a sudden now, the person who is a reason for the border crisis is now the front runner to be the president. And all of a sudden, I mean, she sucks ass doing that job, but all of a sudden now she's going to run for president. Now, let me make this very clear real quick. I'm not a fan of either candidate. I think we could do way better than what's going on here. But I call shit for what it is. Okay. So I'm not with her. I'm not with her. But
it's hard for me. It's hard for me to.
We don't get political on this. We don't get political on this show. But I'm not with her because I know the track record of this person. I have gone through the history of this person. I know the fact that this person locked up more black men than anybody. Okay. So I am not with her because I've seen a lot of my brothers locked up because of her. So
let's call a spade. Let's call a spade a spade.
That's kind of racist of you calling me a spade.
I'm not calling you a spade. I'm just
I was just watching Gran Torino today.
Oh my fucking God. But I'm saying let's call it what it is.
Okay, bro. Yeah, exactly.
You have a person that has locked up a lot of people, and you have a person that is not locked up, but is like, come on, bro.
Repeat what you said because the internet dropped on your end.
Oh, my bad. I said you have a person that's locked up a lot of people, and you have a person that should be fucking locked up right now because he's a felon. He has been convicted of a crime. Why the fuck is he running for president? I don't get it.
Because
so
the Supreme Court says again.
It's fucking sour tuna or it's gefilte fish. Like what do you want?
Well, here's the thing. Look, until people actually understand, and we're gonna go off this topic. We don't discuss these type of things. Until people unless people understand that in reality that the president has no power.
Fact.
None. Okay. The president has no power. So everybody out here, this is just a grand show until November and whatever. The president has no power. Okay. The president is all of a sudden not going to drop your gas prices. Inflation's not going to go down. The president doesn't have anything to do with this shit, but all the marks out there will think that it does. I'm going to vote for Trump. Woo! I'm with her. I'm going to vote for Kamala. I'm with her. You have no power
like that, by the way.
Didn't have no fucking power. What's that?
So I didn't know you had octaves like that, by the way. But continue.
Listen, brother, I'm a master. I'm a master of all talents. Okay, I can do lots of things. Okay, you feel me? I can do it. But what I'm saying is that we're either way it goes. No matter who wins in November, we're all fucked. Because
you can unfuck yourself by voting for the right congressman.
That part, because they're the ones who run the show.
Exactly.
The president is just a puppet behind the puppet master. That's all it is. It's just the person out there. I can be the president. I'll go out there and say, I want to launch a wrestling company because that's the most important thing to help the economy.
All the wrestling fans, vote for me, damn it.
Exactly. Vote for me. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, the two people that they should be voting for in November, that should be on the ballot. And this is real shit. Real talk, true story, no nuts, no glory, right? Yeah. This is two people that should be on the fucking ballot, and I think people would vote for them.
Who?
Vader and Palpatine. You tell me that shit.
I am the Senate.
Yeah, exactly. You put Vader and Palpatine up there against Obi-Wan and Luke. Shit. Or you can put Obi-Wan and Vader. Oh no, Vader and Palpatine versus Leia and Luke. You know what I'm saying? That's what the fuck would happen.
Oh shit!
But either way it goes, like I said, either way it goes, we're all fucked anyways. That's how it was because people are so confused. So it's like people are so like into this shit. It's crazy just how politicized everything is, and it's the political shit has seeped into entertainment. That's what I was getting at with this whole thing. It seeped into wrestling when the girl movement, when they brought all the females in. That all started in TNA, the knockout division, and then that seeped into the WWE when they wanted to capitalize on what they were doing in TNA. When they brought up all the girls from NXT, that was all about this what they were trying to do. The agenda is what they were doing. So when you fast forward here now, okay, you got these two candidates that I don't really give a fuck about either one of them. I don't care. Because I know at the end of the day, we're fucked. We are all fucked either way. And people don't get that part. Electoral college is what decides the president. People need to understand that. So I'm sick and tired of seeing things, well, she's this and he's that. Doesn't matter. They already know. It's all predetermined, man. They already know who they want. That's it. That's how I look at that shit. You know, you can vote for who the fuck you want to vote for. You're just wasting paper. That's all it is. The only ones that I think the only legitimate races you have are the ones that are you know, your congressman. That's it. Because
that's true.
The president is the president is already pre-selected. They already know who they're going to go for. There's only so many delegates. They already know who they're going for. It's what it is.
So if you had to call it right now, who you calling?
I'm calling Frank D.
Fair enough. Like you said, we're fucked.
That's all I believe. We're fucked. We're all fucked. I mean, we can all have differing political opinions, okay? But we're all fucked at the end of the day. Until we all make a change here, we're all fucked. And I'm talking about make a change in society. Society
that's
makes
deep shit. No, that's real shit.
Yeah, and society makes a deep change. It's like, let me put it like this. I have no problem with people wanting to live their life the way they want to live their life. I just don't need to hear about it 24/7. I don't need to have it forced down my throat. That's my whole point. I don't need to hear about it. You don't want to hear about my life and what I have going on. So why do I need to hear about yours 24/7? I don't need to hear about it.
Fair point.
That's the whole point of the situation. I don't need to hear about it. And that goes back to what I was saying earlier about the Acolyte, where it was all about, that's what it was about. It wasn't about, oh my God, I'm glad to be working on Star Wars. Oh my God, we're going to, do this universe and we're created, George Lucas created this universe. I'm happy to be here. It was never about that. None of the interviews was about that. All it was about was sex, identity, race, all that shit. That's what it was about. And I don't like that.
So let me ask you a question.
Go ahead, sir.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead, sir. You have the floor.
If someone were to come out and, explain how they are the way they are, and explain like, okay, I want to make this movie, or I want to make this show, or I want to make something that is, it is a reflection of me, but it also sticks to the story of what's going on. Would that be fair enough or no? So say Leslie.
No,
right?
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't.
Okay.
No, because here's why. Because you're trying to take real life situations and put them in the fictional universe of Star Wars. That didn't work. It doesn't fit. Like all the issues that we're having in the real world, they don't fit in the Star Wars universe. That's the whole problem. It's like me saying, okay, here's a little something for you. All right. I've been in 2 drive-bys in my life. Okay. Now, a lot of people don't know that, but I've been in 2 drive-bys and shit. All right. So, what I say, I want to do a Star Wars story about me being in 2 drive-bys. Well, you can't do that. Because there are no drive-bys in Star Wars. It doesn't work. But that's a reflection of my life. This is what I grew up in gang culture. Well, you can't do that. That's what I'm saying. You can't do that. She wanted to put the story as she wanted to. This is what she said. She wanted to put her queer identity into the show. All that shit, right? Can't do that because Star Wars has never been about that. I guess we lost Mac there. Star Wars has never been about that. Star Wars has never been about these issues, real world issues. They never happened in Star Wars. Yes, she came back. Star Wars has never been about that. Real world issues never been about these situations. So it doesn't fit in the universe. People just want to hear stories about the Jedi and the Sith. That's what we want to see stories about. I don't want to watch shows that I have to deal with real life stuff, man. If I want to watch professional wrestling, I don't want to see what's going on in the real world. The only time that we ever had that happen is when they when we had the situation with Iraq and Kuwait in 1991 in the WWF when they wanted to do the Sergeant Slaughter story with that situation, the Gulf War. We had that happen. Okay. Then
there's been more recent things with WWE.
I'm getting to it though.
Okay.
So we had September 11th happen, and they had to do the show. Remember when that happened? Mm-hmm. They did the SmackDown. That was real life stuff. Okay, yeah, we get that. But all in all, I don't want to hear about the real world when I'm watching my entertainment because I have to deal with the real world. So keep it. I understand there being a balance there. You want to do something reflective, but you have to keep it within the parameters of that story. And they didn't do that.
That's what I was asking. Like if they kept that, would that be acceptable? If they put some of their experiences and their life story into that, but they still stuck within the realm of that universe.
As long as as long as it is acceptable, it can be accepted. That as long as it's well written. But you can't do that when the show is not well written. Bo DeMaio, you know who that is?
Yeah.
Okay, Bo DeMaio is the one who was writing X-Men 97.
Yeah.
Okay. From what I understand, and I've watched it, but X-Men 97, I understand, got tremendous praise. It's one of the best shows that was ever written. But Bo DeMaio, he's gay. He's on record as being a gay black man. Okay. But
yeah, but Bo also was trying to fuck people too.
No, he did. No, he did. Yeah, he got it. Yeah, but then he tried to scream racism and all that. But
yeah.
Dude, you're sending provocative photos and shit to people. Disney about to go from this. Yeah. Anyway, what I'm getting at is this: he didn't put any of his shit into the story. Is my point is he just wrote X-Men 97. He wrote a story that people would watch. You feel me? He took it back to the original, and that's why people liked it. It never charted on Nielsen, but people liked it nonetheless.
Yeah.
This show here, from the moment they came out and they were just attacking people. That's what you did, dude. You attacked the fan base. Star Wars is gay. Nerds are gay. All these different things that we're talking about. Attacking George Lucas. All this bullshit. You think people are going to want to support your product? No. You don't hear anybody attacking X-Men 97. No, absolutely not. People love that show. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta put it in perspective. And I said this before on previous episodes, if she had kept her fucking mouth shut, then people may have watched it and it would have been no problem. But the moment you attack the fan base and then you have a shit show with shit writing with people who knew nothing about Star Wars, it's like, bro, it's like hiring writers. And we saw this in the WWE for years. People who would know nothing about wrestling, writing about wrestling. How the fuck does that work?
Yeah, true.
It's like people now that know nothing about podcasting that come asking for help.
Such a thing.
Yeah.
Where were we? Shit. We just went off
the rails. I don't fucking know. It's one of those nights, bro. It's fucking hot. Let me tell you, it's hot as fuck. Okay? It's hot as fuck outside. It's fucking 93 fucking degrees out here right now, bro.
Yeah, fuck that.
All right. I'm literally in Mustafa. All right. I might as well put the fucking costume on and go outside and fucking like I'm walking around Vader's castle. It's ass fucking hot outside.
Oh shit.
I go out there and make sure ain't no snakes outside and shit and whoop and all that, and motherfucking wasp was outside there when I went outside. Motherfucker was trying to chase me around. I ran like a bitch because I ain't getting stung by no wasp. Fuck that.
Right on, right on, right on.
Yeah, right on these nuts.
So fuck it, man. Final thoughts. What you got?
My final thoughts is this, motherfucker. My final thoughts is this. All right. This show kind of went off the rails a little bit tonight. You know, we were talking about this. We were talking about a little about that or whatever.
You know what? This was still a fun show.
Oh, it was. It was absolutely. It was great, man. It's like this. This is a time where I just let loose. Now I don't give a fuck. I don't care. It is what it is. I'd rather be a real ass dude than be a fake motherfucker.
That's why we love you, Frank D.
That's why. I don't give a shit if you love me or not.
Nah, everybody needs a Frank D. Everyone.
There's only one. That is only one. There's me, and that's me. And by the way, hey, listen, all the people out there listening to No Gimmicks podcast right now, you can get the official Frank D t-shirt. Yeah, the official shirt of Frank D. Go out there and buy it. Yeah, yeah. Go out there and buy this shirt because I like to buy hot Cheetos. Yeah, Go out there and buy this shirt. Yeah. It's a Teespring and all that DFP and the Teespring. Go out there and buy this shirt. Yeah, Do it. Yeah. You got anything to say about that over there? Let me tell you something, brother. Go out there and buy a shirt, dude.
Oh, shit. All right.
The final thoughts with the final thoughts.
Exactly. So if you guys haven't figured it out yet, we're doing 5 days a week. Our first, this is Wednesday, right? This is the third show of the week.
Is it Wednesday?
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Oh shit! Oh, damn.
So tomorrow we have all in predictions. Friday is going to be another good show, and that is the. I think we're going to go back with the matches that changed pro wrestling thing. But yeah, man, stay tapped in. We'll try to do this. I've been doing morning shows. I actually like doing morning shows, honestly. So, and that's just for the patrons, for the paying customers. So.
Yeah, you did the you did the music and wrestling, which people should check out. You also have your he's not promoting it. I'll do it for him. So check out bcpplus.com. You have your review up there of Monday Night Raw, I believe. You also have your review of AEW Collision because you were at the residency as media. Okay, so DFP ain't got in there, so go check that out. The Black Mac here, Kelvin Cavey did the residency. He was there, gives you a perspective sitting at ringside of AEW, and go check it out. bcpplus.com. How about your boy?
Yep. And once again, shout out to everybody on the network. We are bringing that to the DFPN.com. So make sure you guys tune in. I know Jeff's already writing some articles, and we'll get those.
Yeah, and also Jeff just did a podcast.
Yeah.
That's going to be dropping soon if it hasn't already dropped at the US for the USDN. And that's going to be dropping on DFPN.com as well. And also it's on Facebook right now if you want to go check out the video, the stream. So go check it out. Go support all the I ain't gonna say queens or the queen of America. Okay. So
and pay attention because everybody's revamping. I'm looking now, and everybody's updating their logos right now. So
yeah, exactly. It's a revamp. So it's a revamping. It's a rebooting here at the DFPN because we were under attack. We were sabotaged. So now it's kind of rebooting and refocusing, and once again we're gonna squeeze our competition by the throat and choke the life out of the competition. But listen, we have no competition because the ESPN is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there will be.
Oh, I like
we don't lay down for anybody.
I like that.
Yeah, we don't no jobber zone. And also remember, people out there, okay? Help support the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered, and don't walk your pets in the fucking heat. All right,
please.
I'm gonna go out there and show you. I might put this on Facebook right now. I might put this on the fucking No Gimmicks group out there. I'm gonna crack an egg on the asphalt to show you how hot it is outside. I'm gonna put a side of bacon next to it, maybe some toast. Show you exactly why you should not be out there walking around barefoot. Don't walk around barefoot. Don't walk your animals out there barefoot. They can kill them like that, bro. Seriously. All right, don't do that. If you see a wasp outside, don't sit up there trying to be a G to that motherfucker. You take off like Frank D did and run like a bitch. You go right back in the house and you close that garage door.
All right, man. If you got nothing else, I got nothing else.
I got nothing else. Everybody out there, be safe and like what you like out there, and don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks.
Absolutely.
Don't let anybody tell you anything. You just listen to the Emperor, Frank D.
And on that note, good night. Peace.
And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmicks, gimmicks.